Can't sleep?
Jesus, you scared me.
Sorry.
What are you doing here?
I came to check up on you. Aren't you in bed?
Your student's still here. He's up in your study.
No, he can let himself out.
I might as well wait up till he's done.
He's not even my student anymore. He's teaching now. Right, kid?
What time is it?
Almost 1. After midnight.
So?
So? Happy birthday.
Dad.
Do I ever forget?
Thank you.
25. Can't believe it.
Neither can I. Should we have it now?
Oh, it's up to you.
Yes.
Want me to open it?
Let me. Last time you opened a bottle of champagne out here, you broke the window.
Hey, that was a long time ago. I resent you bringing it up.
You're lucky you didn't lose an eye.
It's 25, right?
I feel old.
You're a kid.
Glasses?
Oh, God. Damn it, I forgot the glasses. You want me to...
No.
I hope you like it. I wasn't sure what to get you.
This is the worst champagne I've ever tasted.
I'm proud to say I know nothing about wine. I've always hated the kind of person who always talks about vintages.
It's not even champagne.
The bottle was the right shape, all right?
Great Lakes Vineyards. Didn't know they made wine in Wisconsin.
A girl drinking straight from the bottle shouldn't complain. Don't guzzle it. It's an elegant beverage. Sip.
Do you?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday to me.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
Drink this. Have some.
No. I hope you're not spending your birthday alone.
I'm not alone.
I don't count.
Why not?
Because I'm your old man. Go out with your friends.
Right.
Your friends aren't taking you out.
No.
Why not?
Well, because in order for your friend to take you out, you generally have to have friends.
Oh.
It's funny how that works.
No, you got friends. And what about that cute blonde? What was her name?
What?
She lived over on Ellis Avenue. We used to spend every minute together.
Cindy Jacobson?
Yeah, Cindy Jacobson.
That was 3rd grade, Dad. Her family moved to Florida in 1983.
Well, what about Claire?
Claire's not my friend. She's my sister. And she's in New York. And I don't like her.
I thought she was coming in.
Not till tomorrow.
Well, my advice, if you find yourself awake late at night and you can't sleep, is to sit down and do some mathematics.
Oh, please.
We could do some together.
No.
Why
I
not?
can't think of anything worse. Are you sure you don't want any?
Yeah, thanks. You used to love it.
Not anymore.
You knew what a prime number was before you could read.
Well, now I've forgotten.
Don't waste your talent, Catherine.
Knew you'd say something like that.
Look, I know you've had a difficult time.
Thanks.
But that's not an excuse. Don't be lazy.
I haven't been lazy. I've been taking care of you.
Kid, I've seen you. You sleep till noon, you don't work, you eat junk. If you go out and start buying magazines and you come back with a stack this big, I don't know how you read that crap. And those are the good days. Some days you don't get up. You don't get out of bed.
Those are the good days.
Bullshit. Those days are lost. You wasted them and you'll never know what you threw away. The work you never did, the ideas you never had, the discoveries you never made, all because you're moping in your bed until 4 in the afternoon. You know I'm right.
I lost a few days.
How many?
I don't know.
I bet you do.
What?
I bet you count.
Knock it off.
Well, do you know or don't you?
I don't.
Of course you do. How many days?
A month. Around a month.
Exactly?
I don't know.
How many?
33 days.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Be precise, for Christ's sake.
I slept till noon today.
Call it 33 1/4 days.
Yes, all right.
You're kidding.
No,
Amazing number.
it's a depressing goddamn number.
Catherine, if every day you ever lost were a number, or a year, then, well, it'd be one very interesting goddamn year.
33 1/4 years is not interesting.
Stop it, you know exactly what I mean.
1,729 weeks.
1,729. A great number. The smallest number expressible
Expressible is the
as
sum of two cubes two different ways. Yes, we've got it, thank you.
12 cubed plus 1 cubed equals 1,729.
And 9 cubed plus 10 cubed.
You see, even your depression is mathematical. Stop hoping you can get to work with the kind of potential that you
I
got.
haven't done anything good.
You're young, you have time.
I do.
Yes.
By the time you were my age, you were famous.
By the time I was your age, I'd already done my best work.
What about after?
After what?
After you got sick, you couldn't work then.
No, if anything, I was sharper.
Dad,
Hey, I was. It's true. The clarity, Catherine. That was the amazing thing, no doubt.
you were happy?
I was busy.
It's not the same thing.
I don't see the difference. I knew what I wanted to do, and I did it. If I wanted to look at prom all day, I did it. If I wanted to look for secrets, complex and tantalizing messages, I could find them in the air all around me. The pile of leaves some neighbor raked together, the box scores in the paper. Written in the steam, coming up off a cup of coffee. If I wanted to sit quietly on the porch and listen for the messages, I did that. It was wonderful.
How old were you when it started?
Mid-20s, 24, 5. Is that what this is about?
I've thought about it.
Just getting a year older changes nothing, Catherine.
It's not just getting older.
It's me.
I've thought about it.
Really.
How could I not?
Well, if that's what you're worried about, you clearly haven't been reading the latest medical literature. There's a whole variety of factors. It's not just something you're born with. Just because I went nut house, it doesn't mean that you are too.
Dad.
Hey, listen to me. Life changes fast in your early 20s. It shakes you up. You're feeling down, you've had a bad week, you had a rough couple of years. No one knows that better than me, but you're gonna be okay.
I am.
Yes. Push yourself. Don't read so many magazines. Sit down and get the machinery running, and I swear to God, you'll feel fine. You know, the simple fact that we can talk about this together is honestly a good sign.
A good sign.
Yes.
How could it be a good sign?
Because crazy people don't sit around wondering if they're nuts.
They don't.
No, they've got better things to do. Take it from me. A good sign that you're crazy is the inability to ask yourself the question, am I crazy?
Even if the answer is yes?
You see, crazy people don't ask.
Yes.
So if you are asking,
I'm not.
but if you were, it'd be a very good sign.
A good sign.
A good sign that you're fine.
Right.
See, you just need to think these things through. Now what about, let's call it night. You go up, get some rest, and in the morning you can come.
Wait, no.
What's the matter?
It doesn't work.
Sure it does.
It doesn't make sense.
Why not?
No.
What's the problem?
The problem is you are crazy.
What difference does that make?
You admitted it. You just said that you are.
So?
So you said a crazy person would never admit that.
Yeah, but you... Oh. see.
So?
So it's a point.
So how can you admit it?
Well, because I'm also dead. Aren't I?
You died a week ago.
Heart failure. Okay. The funeral's tomorrow.
That's why Claire's flying in from New York.
Yes.
You're standing up, you're talking to me, giving me advice. You brought me champagne.
Yes.
Which means,
For you.
yes.
For you. Catherine, my daughter, who I love very much. It could be a bad sign.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Did I wake you?
What?
Were you asleep?
You scared me, for Christ's sake. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I hadn't realized how late it had gotten. I'm all done for the night.
Good.
Drinking alone?
Yes?
Champagne, huh?
Yes?
Celebrated?
No, I just like champagne.
It's festive.
What?
Festive? Woo!
Do you want some?
Sure.
I'm done. You can take the rest with you.
Oh, no thank you.
I'm done. Take it.
No, I shouldn't. I'm driving. Well, I can let myself out.
Good.
When should I come back?
Come back?
Yeah, I'm nowhere near finished. Maybe tomorrow.
You have a funeral tomorrow.
Oh. God. You're right. I'm sorry. I was planning on attending, if that's all right with you.
Yes.
What about Sunday? Will you be around?
You've had 3 days.
I'd love to get some more time up there.
How much longer do you need?
Another week, at least.
Are you joking?
No, do you know how much stuff there is?
A week?
Look, I know you don't need anybody in your hair right now. I spent the last couple of days getting everything all sorted out. It's mostly notebooks. He dated them all. Now that I got them all in order, I don't have to work here anymore. I could take some stuff home, read it, bring it back.
No.
I'll be careful.
My father wouldn't want anything moved, and I don't want anything to leave this house.
Then I should work here. I'll stay out of the way.
You're wasting your time.
Someone needs to go through your dad's papers.
There's nothing up there. It's garbage.
There are 103 notebooks.
I looked at those. It's gibberish.
Someone should read
He
them.
was crazy.
Yes, but he wrote
He
them.
was a graphomaniac. Harold, do you know what that means?
I know. He wrote compulsively. Call me Hal.
There's no connection between the ideas. There's no ideas. It's like a monkey at a typewriter. 103 notebooks full of bullshit.
Let's make sure they're bullshit.
I'm sure.
I'm prepared to look at every page. Are you?
No, I'm not crazy.
Well, I should be going. Some friends of mine are playing in a band in a bar up on Diversity. Going on way down the hill. Probably around 2:30. I said I'd be there.
Okay.
They're all in the math department. They're really good. They've got this great song, you'd like it, called I, lowercase I. They just stand on stage and don't play anything for 3 minutes.
Imagining number.
It's a math joke. You can see why they're way down the bill.
Long drive to see some nerds in a band.
God, I hate when people say that. It's not that long a drive.
So they are nerds.
Oh, they're raging geeks, but they're geeks who, can dress themselves. Hold down a job in a major university. Some of them have switched from glasses to contacts. They play sports, they play in a band, and they get played surprisingly often. So, in that sense, they kind of make you rethink the whole set of terms. Nerd, wonk, dweeb, Dilbert, Casey.
You're in this band, aren't you?
All right, yes. I play the drums. Do you want to come? I never sing, I swear to God. All right. Here's this. What about Monday? What do you say?
Don't you have a job?
Yeah, I got a full teaching load this quarter. Plus my own work.
Less band practice.
Look, I don't have time to be doing this, but I'm going to. If you'll let me. I loved your dad. I don't believe a mind like his can just shut down. He had lucid moments. He had a whole year, 4 years ago.
Wasn't a year. It was more like 9 months.
A school year. He was advising students. I was stalled on my PhD, this close to quitting. I met with your dad and he set me on the right track with my research. I owe him.
Sorry.
Look, you're 25, right?
How old are you?
It doesn't matter. Listen.
Come on, how old are you?
I'm 28, all right? Your dad was younger than both of us. He made major contributions to 3 fields: game theory, algebraic geometry, and nonlinear operator theory. Most of us never wrap our heads around even one. He basically invented the mathematical techniques for studying rational behavior, and he gave the astrophysicists plenty to work over as well, okay?
Don't lecture me.
I'm not. I'm telling you. If I came up with 1/10 of the shit your dad produced, I could write my own ticket to any math department in the country.
Give me your backpack.
What?
Give me your backpack.
Why?
I want to look inside it.
What?
Open it and give it to me.
Oh, come on.
You're not taking anything out of this house.
I wouldn't do that.
You're hoping to find something upstairs you can publish.
Sure.
And you can write your own ticket.
What? No. It would be under your dad's name. It would be for your dad.
I don't believe you. You have a notebook in that backpack.
What are you talking about?
Give it to me.
I think you're being a little bit paranoid.
Paranoid?
Maybe a little.
Come on, Hal. I know you with one of my notebooks.
I think you need to calm down and think about what you're saying.
I'm saying that you're lying to me and stealing my family's property.
And I think that sounds a little bit paranoid.
Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean there isn't something in that backpack.
You just said yourself there's nothing up there, didn't you? Didn't you say that?
Yes.
So then what would I take? Right?
You're right.
Thank you.
So you don't need to come back.
Please, someone should know for sure.
I lived with him. I spent my life with him. I fed him. Talked to him. Tried to listen to him while he talked. Talked to people who weren't there. Watched him shuffling around like a ghost. A very smelly ghost. He was filthy. I had to make sure he bathed, my own father.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have.
After my mother died, it was just me here. I tried to keep him happy no matter what idiotic project he was doing. Used to read all day. Kept demanding more and more books. I took them out of the library by the carload. There were hundreds upstairs. Then I realized he wasn't reading. He believed aliens were sending him messages through the Dewey Decimal numbers on the library books. He's trying to work out the code.
What kind of messages?
Beautiful mathematics. Answers to everything. The most elegant proofs, perfect proofs, proofs like music.
Sounds good.
Plus fashion tips, knock-knock jokes. I mean, it was nuts. Okay?
He was ill. It was a tragedy.
Later, the writing phase. Scribbling 19, 20 hours a day. I bought him a case of notebooks. He used every one. I dropped out of school. I'm glad he's dead.
I can understand why you'd feel that way.
Fuck you.
Look, I know living here with him, it must have been awful. I know
You don't know me. I want to be alone. I don't want him around.
Him?
I don't want you here.
Why?
He's dead.
But I'm not...
He's dead. I don't need any proteges around.
There will be others.
What?
You think I'm the only one? People are already poring over your dad's work. Someone is going to read those notebooks.
I'll do it.
No.
He's my father. I'll do it.
You can't.
Why not?
You don't have the math. It would all just be scribbles on a page to you. You wouldn't know the good stuff from the junk.
It's all junk.
Even so, we can't afford to miss anything through carelessness.
I know mathematics.
If there were anything up there, it would be pretty high order stuff. It would take a professional to recognize it.
I think I could recognize it.
Kathy,
What?
I know your dad taught you some basic stuff, but come on.
You don't think I could do it?
I'm sorry. I know that you couldn't. Oh, come on. Give me a break. This isn't an airport.
You can come tomorrow.
The university's health service is very good. My mom died a couple years back, and I was pretty broken up. Also, my work wasn't going too well. I went over there a couple times a month, talked to this doctor. It really helped.
I'm fine.
Also, exercise is great. I run around the lake a couple mornings a week. It's not too cold yet. You could come with me sometime. I could pick you up. We wouldn't even have to talk.
No thanks.
All right. I better go. I'm gonna be late for the show.
Okay.
It's seriously like 20 minutes up to the bar. We go on, we play, and we're terrible, but we buy everybody drinks afterwards to make up for it. You'd be home by 4:30 tops.
Good night.
Good night.
Wait. Your jacket.
Oh, no, you don't have to.
I'm paranoid?
Wait.
You think I should go jogging?
Just-
Get out!
please,
Get the hell out of my house!
Just let me explain.
You stole this!
Please, I need to show you something.
Get it
Please,
back!
just wait a minute.
I'm calling the police.
Don't look. I just brought you this, right? I picked up our cane downstairs and I thought I noticed something. I did it for a reason. Please.
Hello? Hello, police needs to like report a robbery in progress.
I noticed something. Something your father wrote, all right?
A robbery?
Something he wrote. Will you please calm down? Put the phone down and listen to me.
5.24, stop.
It's written about you. See? You. Here's her name. See? Kathy. See?
Stop.
A good day. Some very good news from Catherine. I didn't know what to refer to, but I thought you might.
When did you write this?
I think 4 years ago. The handwriting is steady. It must have been during his remission. There's more. Machinery not yet working, but I am hopeful. The machinery, that's what he called his mind, his ability to do mathematics.
I know.
I know I'll get there. I'm an auto mechanic who, after years of greasy work on a hopeless wreck, turns the ignition and hears a faint cough. I'm not driving yet, but there's cause for optimism. Talking to students helps, so does being outside, eating in restaurants, riding on buses, all of the activities of normal life. Most of all, Kathy. The years she has lost caring for me. I almost wrote wasted, but it has surely been her determination to keep me here, to keep me at home, to care for herself, keep me from being institutionalized. That has made writing this possible, made imagining doing math again possible. Where does her strength come from? I can never repay her. Today is her birthday. She's 21. I'm taking her to dinner. It's dated September 4th. That's tomorrow.
It's today.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have tried to take it. I was going to, it sounds stupid now. I was going to wrap it and give it to you tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Better. Much. Thanks.
Feel better?
Yeah.
You look a million times better. Have some coffee.
Okay.
How do you take it?
Black.
Have a little milk. Want an apple? It's a good thing I brought food. There was nothing in the house.
I've been meaning to go shopping.
Have a bagel.
No, I hate breakfast.
You didn't try on the dress?
Did it really feel like it?
Don't you want to put it on, see if it fits?
Put it on later.
If you want to dry your hair, I have a hairdryer.
Nah.
Did you use that conditioner I brought you?
No shit, I forgot.
It's my favorite, Katie. You'll love it. I want you to try it.
I'll use it next time.
You'll like it. It has jojoba.
What's jojoba?
Something they put in for healthy hair.
Hair is dead.
What?
It's dead tissue. You can't make it healthy.
Whatever. It's something that's good for your hair.
What, a chemical?
No, it's organic.
It can be organic and still be a chemical.
I don't know what it is.
Haven't you heard of organic chemistry?
It makes my hair feel, look, and smell good. That's the extent of the information I have about it. You might like it if you decide to try it.
Thanks, I will.
Good. If the dress doesn't fit, we can always go downtown and exchange it.
Okay.
I'll take you to lunch.
Great.
Maybe Sunday before I go back. You need anything?
Like, clothes?
Or anything while I'm here?
No, I'm cool.
I thought we'd have some people over tonight. If you're feeling okay.
Yes, I'm feeling okay, Claire. Stop saying that.
You don't have any plans?
No?
Or some food, wine, beer?
We are burying Dad this afternoon.
I think it will be all right. Anyone who's gone to the funeral and wants to come over after for something to eat can. And it's the only time I can see my old Chicago friends. It'll be nice. It's a funeral. We don't have to be completely grim about it. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
It's been a stressful time. It would be good to relax in a low-key way. Mitch says hi.
Hi, Mitch.
He's really sorry he couldn't come.
Yeah, he's gonna miss all the fun.
He wanted to see you. He senses love. I told him you'd see him soon enough. We're getting married.
No shit.
Yes, we just decided.
Yikes.
Yes.
When?
January?
Huh.
We're not going to do a huge thing. His folks are gone too. Just City Hall and then a big dinner at our favorite restaurant for all of our friends. And you, of course. I hope you'll be in the wedding.
Yeah, of course. Congratulations, Claire. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, me too. We just decided it was the right time. His job's great, I just got promoted.
Huh.
You will come.
Yeah, sure. What, January? I don't have to check my calendar or anything. Sure.
That makes me very happy. How are you?
Okay.
How are you feeling about everything?
About everything?
About Dad?
What about him?
How are you feeling about his death? Are you all right?
Yeah, I am.
Honestly?
Yes.
I think in some ways it was the right time. If there ever is a right time. Do you know what you want to do now?
No?
Do you want to stay here?
I don't know.
Do you want to go back to school?
I haven't thought about it.
Well, there's a lot to think about. How do you feel?
Physically great, except my hair seems kind of unhealthy. I really wish there was something I could do.
Come on, Catherine.
What is the point of all these questions?
Katie, some policemen came by while you were in the shower earlier.
Yeah?
They said they were checking up on things, seeing how everything was this morning.
That was nice.
They said they responded to a call last night and came to the house.
Yeah?
Did you call the police?
Yeah?
Why?
I thought the house was being robbed.
But it wasn't.
No. I changed my mind.
First you call 911 with an emergency, and then you hang up
I
on
didn't
them.
actually want them to come.
So why did you call?
I was trying to get this guy out of the house.
Who?
One of Dad's students.
Dad hasn't had any students for years.
He was Dad's student. Now he's a mathematician.
What was he doing at the house in the first place?
He's been coming over to look through Dad's notebooks.
In the middle of the night.
It was late. I was waiting for him to go, and last night I thought he might have been stealing them.
Stealing the notebooks.
Yes, so I told him to go.
Was he stealing them?
Yes, that's why I called the police.
What is this man's name?
How? Harold. Harold Dobbs.
The police said you were the only one here.
He left before they got here.
I just don't understand. I mean, why did he leave?
He was taking one of the notebooks.
Why?
He was just stealing one of them, but he was stealing it so he could give it back to me, so I let him go so he could go play with his band on the other side.
His band?
Yeah, he was late. He was trying to get me to go with him, but I was like, yeah, right.
Is Harold Dobbs your boyfriend?
What? No.
Are you sleeping with him?
No. Ugh, he's a math geek.
And he's in a band, a rock band?
No, Claire, a marching band. He plays trombone. Yes, a rock band.
What's the name of his band?
How should I know?
Harold Dobbs, and it take the name of his rock band?
No, I don't know. Look in the paper, they were playing last night. They have a song called Imaginary Number that doesn't exist.
Is Harold Dobbs?
Stop saying Harold
Does
Dobbs.
this person?
Harold Dobbs exists!
I'm sure No need to get upset. I'm just trying to understand. I mean, if there was some creepy grad student trying to take some of Dad's papers and you called the police, I'd understand. And if you're here drinking, party with your boyfriend, I'd understand. But the two stories don't go together.
That's because you made up the boyfriend story. I was out here
Your
alone.
boss wasn't here?
No. Yes, he was here, but we weren't partying.
You weren't drinking with him?
No.
This was sitting right here. Who were you drinking champagne with?
With no one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The police said you were abusive. They said they were lucky they didn't haul you in.
Those guys were assholes, Claire. They wouldn't leave me alone. They wanted me to fill out a report.
Were you abusive?
This one cop kept spitting on me when we talked. It was disgusting.
Did you use the word dickhead?
I don't remember.
Did you tell one cop to go have sex with the other cop's mother?
No.
That's what they said.
Not with that phrasing.
Did you strike him?
They were trying to come in the house.
Oh my God.
I might have pushed him a little.
They said you were either drunk or
They
disturbed.
wanted to come in here and search my house.
You called them.
That's what I didn't actually want them to come. Then they did come and they started acting like they owned the place. Pushed me around, calling me girly, laughing at me, smirking. They were assholes.
These guys seem perfect next. They came to check up on you at the end of their shift. That was very polite.
Well, people are nicer to you.
Katie, would you like to come to New York?
Yes, I told you I'll come in January.
You could come sooner. We'd love to have you. You could stay with us. We'd have so much fun.
I don't want to.
Mitch has become an excellent cook. It's like his hobby now. He's always buying these new gadgets, making wonderful dishes. Last week he made vegetarian chili.
What the hell are you talking about?
Stay with us. We would have so much fun.
Thanks, I'm fine here.
Chicago is dead. New York is so much more fun, you can't believe it.
The fun thing is really not where my focus is at the moment.
I think New York would be a really fun and safe
I don't
place
need
to
a safe place and I don't want to have any fun. I'm perfectly fine here.
You look tired. I think you could use some downtime.
Downtime?
Catherine, we've had a very hard time.
I'm perfectly okay.
I think you're upset and exhausted.
I was fine till you got
Yes,
here.
but
Hey,
who is that?
Harold Dobbs.
hi.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. And then you swoop in here with your questions and your silly tone of voice. And are you okay? And oh, the poor policeman. I think the policemen can handle themselves. And your bagels and apples and hello, I'm coming to New York and vegetarian chili. And I mean, it really pisses me off. So just save it.
Hi, I'm Claire Catherine's sister.
Hi. Hal, nice to meet you.
You too.
I'm sorry. I hope I'm not too early. I was just gonna try and get some work done before
Yes.
Sure.
That's Harold Dobbs.
Yes.
He's cute. He's a mathematician.
I think you owe me an apology, Claire.
We have a lot of decisions to make. I shouldn't have tried to start first thing in the morning. I don't win an argument. Maybe how to like a bagel?
I feel that for a funeral reception, this may have gotten a bit out of hand.
Ah, come on. It's great. Come on in.
I'm okay.
We're done playing, I promise.
No thanks.
Do you want a beer?
I'm okay.
I brought you one.
Okay. How many people are left?
I'd say it's down to about 40.
40?
Yeah, just the hardcore partiers.
My sister's friends?
No, mathematicians. Your sister's friends left hours ago. The guys were really pleased to be asked to participate. They worshipped your dad.
It's Claire's idea.
It was good.
I thought that the performance of Imaginary Number was sort of moving.
Good funeral. I mean, not good, but...
No, yeah.
Can you believe how many people showed up?
I was surprised.
I think you would have liked it. Or, it's not my place
No,
to.
you're right. Everything went better than I thought.
I think you would have liked it. But it's not my place.
No, you're right.
You look great.
Claire gave it to me.
I like it.
It doesn't really fit.
No, Catherine, it's good.
How much longer do you think they'll be?
No way to know. Mathematicians are insane. I was at this conference in Toronto last fall. I'm young, right? I'm in shape. I thought I could hang with the big boys. Wrong. I've never been so exhausted in my life. 48 straight hours of partying, drinking, drugs, papers, lectures.
Drugs?
Yeah, amphetamines mostly. I mean, I don't, but a lot of the older guys are really hooked.
Really?
Yeah, they think they need it.
Why?
They think math's a young man's game. There's this fear that once you turn 20, your creativity peaks at 23. It's all downhill from there. Speed keeps them sharp, makes them feel like they're racing. And they think once you hit 50, you might as well teach high school.
That's what my father thought.
I don't know. Some people stay prolific.
Not many.
No, you're right. All the real original work, it's mostly young guys.
Young guys.
Or young people.
But it is mostly men.
Well, there's this one woman at Stanford. I can't remember her name.
Sophie Germain?
Yeah, I've probably seen her at a conference, just never met her.
She was born in Paris in 1776.
So I've definitely never met her.
She was trapped in a house. French Revolution was going on, the terror. She had to stay inside for safety, and she passed her time reading at her father's study. Greeks. Later, she tried to get a real education, but schools didn't allow women, so she wrote letters. She wrote to Gauss. She used a man's name, Antoine Auguste Leblanc. She sent him some proofs involving a certain kind of prime number, important work. He was delighted to correspond with such a brilliant young man.
Sophie Germain. Of course, I'm stupid.
You know her?
Germain primes.
Right?
They're famous. Take them and double them and add 1, and you get another prime. Like 2. 2 is prime, doubled plus 1 is 5. Also prime.
Right. Or 92,305 times 2 to the power of 16,998. Plus 1.
Right.
That's the biggest one. The biggest one known.
Did he ever find out who she was? Gauss?
Yeah. Later, a mutual friend told him the brilliant young man was really a woman. He wrote to her, "A taste for the mysteries of numbers is excessively rare, but when a person belonging to the sex, which according to our customs and prejudices, must encounter infinitely more difficulties than a man to familiarize herself with these thorny researches, succeeds nevertheless in penetrating the most obscure parts of them, then, without a doubt, she must have the noblest courage, quite extraordinary talents, and superior genius." I memorized it.
Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
It's okay. Listen, I'm sorry about yesterday. I wasn't helpful about the work you're doing. Take as long as you need upstairs.
You were fine. I was pushing.
It was awful.
No, my timing was terrible. Anyways, you're probably right.
About what?
About it being junk.
Right.
I did a lot of reading today. Mostly skimming. Except for that book I stole.
God, I'm sorry about that.
No, you were right.
I shouldn't have called the police.
It was my fault.
No.
The point is, that book, I'm beginning to think it's the only lucid one, really. And there's no math in it.
No.
I mean, I'll keep reading, but if I don't find anything in the next couple of days...
Back to the drums?
Yeah.
And your own research?
Such as it is.
What's wrong with it?
It's not exactly setting the world on fire.
Come on.
It sucks, basically.
Harold.
I mean, my papers get turned down. The big ideas just aren't there.
It's not about big ideas, it's work. You've got to chip away at a problem.
It's not what your father did.
I think it was, in a way. He'd attack a problem from the side. Some weird angle, sneak up on it, grind away at it. He was slogging. He was just so much faster at it than everyone else that from the outside it looked like magic.
I don't know.
I'm just guessing.
The work was just so streamlined. So beautiful. No wasted moves. Like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It was just elegant.
Yeah.
That's what you can't duplicate. Or at least I can't. I don't know. You get to a point where you realize it's never gonna happen. You readjust your expectations. I enjoy teaching.
You might come up with something.
I'm 28, remember? On the downhill slope.
Have you tried speed? I heard it helps.
Yeah.
So Hal,
Yeah?
what do you do for sex?
What?
At your conferences. Isn't that why people have conferences? Travel, room service, tax-deductible sex in big hotel beds.
Well, I don't know.
So what do you do? All you guys.
Well, we are scientists,
So?
so there's a lot of experimentation.
I see. That's nice.
Really?
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
I always liked you.
You did?
Even before I knew you. I'd catch glimpses of you when I'd see you come to your dad's office at school. I always wanted to talk to you, but I don't know. You don't talk to your doctoral advisor's daughter.
Especially when your advisor's crazy.
Especially then.
You came here once, 4 years ago, do you remember?
I do. I can't believe you do. I was dropping off a draft of my thesis for your dad. Jesus, I was nervous.
You look nervous.
Can't you remember that?
I remember you. I thought you seemed not boring.
How long have you been up?
A while.
Did I oversleep?
No.
Is your sister up?
No, but her flight leaves in a few hours. I should probably wake her.
Let her sleep. She was doing some pretty serious drinking with a theoretical physicist last night.
I'll make her some coffee when she gets up.
Sunday mornings, I usually go out. Get the paper. have some breakfast.
Okay.
Do you want to come?
Oh, no, I ought to stick around until Claire leaves.
Do you mind if I stay here?
No? You can do some work if you want.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Should I?
If you want to.
Do you want me to go?
Do you want to go?
I'd like to stay here with you.
Oh.
I'd like to spend the whole day with you if I can. I'd like to spend as much time with you as possible. Unless, of course, I'm coming on way too strong. Staring at me right now in mystery. How embarrassing is it if I say last night was wonderful?
It's only embarrassing if I don't agree.
Well,
Don't be embarrassed. Here,
what's this?
a key.
Ah,
Try it.
where?
Bottom drawer of the desk in my dad's office.
What's in there?
One way to find out, Professor.
Now? Okay.
Good morning.
Please, sir. Please.
Are you alright?
No. God, I'm just,
What happened?
can't believe you left me all alone like that.
Where were your friends?
My friends all had to go home and take their babysitters or bake bread or something. I'm also all one of these lunatics.
Why did you drink so much?
I thought I could keep up with them. Thought they'd stop. They didn't.
Oh. Do you want some coffee?
No, not later, please. That band.
Yeah.
You were terrible.
You were okay. We had fun, I think.
Well, as long as everyone had fun. Your dress turned out all right.
I love it.
You do.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Surprised you even tried it on.
I love it, Claire. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're in a good mood.
Should I not be?
No, I'm thrilled. I'm leaving soon.
I know. Do you want your coffee?
No, thanks.
It's no trouble.
No, it's just I'm leaving soon.
I know. You said.
I'd still like you to come to New York.
Yes. January.
I'd like you to move to New York.
Move?
Would you think about it for me? Rich and I'd love to have you close, and I've already got some apartments for you. Really cute places.
What would I do in New York?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
You do whatever you want. You could work, you could go back to school.
I don't know, Claire. This is pretty major.
I understand that.
I know you mean well. It's just, I don't really know what I want to do. I mean, to be honest, you were right yesterday. I still feel a little confused. I'm tired. It's been a pretty weird couple of years, but I think I'd like to take some time to figure things
You
out.
could do that in New York.
And I could do it
It'd
here.
be so much easier for me to get you set up in an apartment.
I don't need an apartment. I could stay in the
We're
house.
selling a house.
What?
I'm selling it.
When?
I'm planning on signing the paperwork later this week. I know this seems sudden.
No one was here looking at the place. Who are you selling it to?
The university. They've wanted the block for years.
I live here.
Honey, now that Dad's gone, it just doesn't make sense. The place is a wreck. Costs a fortune to heat. Mitch agrees it's a very smart move. We're lucky we have such a great offer.
Where am I supposed to live?
Come to New York.
I can't believe this.
Honey, you deserve a change. This would be a whole new adventure for you. It'd be so good.
Why are you doing this?
I'm trying to help.
By kicking me out of my house?
It's my house too.
You haven't lived here for years.
You were all alone. I really regret that, Katie. I feel awful. I'm trying to help.
You want to help now?
Yes.
Dad's dead.
I know.
He's dead. Now that he's dead, you fly in for the weekend and decide you want to help? You're late. Where have you been? I was working 5 years ago. You weren't helping then.
I was working.
I was here. I lived with him alone.
I was working 14-hour days. I made the mortgage off on this 3-bedroom house while living in an apartment in Brooklyn.
You had your life. You got to finish school.
You could have stayed in school.
How?
I told you a million times I would have done anything. You could have done anything you wanted.
What about Dad? Someone had to take care of him.
He was sick. He should have been in a full-time professional care situation.
He didn't belong in the nut house.
Maybe he would have been better.
How can you say that?
This is the part where it makes you feel guilty, right?
Sure, go for it.
I'm heartless, my own father.
He needed to be here, near the university, near students, near the things that made him happy.
Maybe, or maybe some real professional care would have done him more good than rattling around this filthy house with you looking after him. I'm sorry, Catherine. It's not your fault. It's my fault for letting you do it.
I was right to keep him here.
No.
What about his remission? 4 years ago, he was healthy for almost a year.
And then he went right downhill again.
He might have been worse in a hospital.
Or he might have been better. Did he ever do any work again?
No?
No. And you might have been better.
Better than what?
You said it yourself. Living here with him didn't do you any good. You had so much talent.
You think I'm like Dad?
I think you have some of his talent and some of his tendency towards instability.
Claire, in addition to the cute apartments you've scattered for me in New York, would you by any chance have also devoted some of your considerable energy towards scouting out another type of facility for your bug-house little sister?
That's not what this is about.
Don't lie to me, Claire. I'm smarter than you.
The resources I've invested.
Oh my
you
God.
have to live anywhere.
Fuck you!
All I'm saying is I hate you. You're not the best. What are you still doing here?
How long have you known about this?
Oh, what?
Why didn't you tell me about it?
I wasn't sure I wanted to.
What's going on?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
God, Catherine, thank you.
I thought you might like to see it.
What is it?
It's incredible.
What is it?
Oh, it's a result, or a proof. I mean, it looks like one. I mean, it is one. A very long one. I haven't read it all yet, or even checked it. I don't know if I could check it, but if it is a proof of what I think it is, then it's a very important
What
proof.
does it prove?
It looks like it proves a theorem, a mathematical theorem about prime numbers. Something mathematicians have been working on since there were mathematicians, basically. Most people thought it couldn't even be done.
You know about this?
Sure.
Is it any good?
Yes.
It's historic if it checks out.
What does it mean for all of us?
It means that during a time when your dad was very ill or barely functioning, he was doing some of the most important mathematics in the world. It means you publish instantly. It means newspapers from all over are gonna want to talk to the person who found this notebook.
Kathy.
Kathy.
I didn't find it.
Yes, you did.
No,
Well, did you find it or did Hal?
I didn't find it.
I didn't find it. I wrote it.
Hello.
How'd you know I was here?
I heard you.
I thought you were asleep.
On an afternoon like this? No.
Do you need anything?
No.
I'm going to the store.
What's for dinner?
What do you want?
Not spaghetti.
All right.
Disgusting stuff.
That's what I was going to make.
Oh, I had a feeling. Glad I said something. You make it too much.
What do you want?
What do you have a taste for?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
I don't know. I thought pasta would be easy.
God, don't even say the word pasta. It just sounds so hopeless, like serenity. If pasta would be easy, yes. Yes, it would. Pasta. It doesn't even mean anything. It's a euphemism people invented because they were sick of eating spaghetti.
Dad, what do you want to eat?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know what to get.
I'll shop.
No.
I'll do it.
No, Dad, rest.
I wanted to go for a walk anyway.
Are you sure?
Yes. What about a walk the weekend? You and me.
All right.
How about the River Lake? And on the way home, we can stop by the store. See what jumps out at us.
It's warm. It would be nice if you're up for it.
Goddamn right I'm up for it. Just give me 10 seconds. I'll put all this stuff in here. We'll be out there.
Dad, I'm going to school.
When?
I started Northwestern at the end of the month.
Northwestern.
They were great about my credits for keeping me in as a sophomore. I wasn't sure what to talk to you about it.
Northwestern?
Yes.
What's wrong with Chicago?
You still teach there. I'm sorry, it's too weird taking classes in your department.
It's a long drive.
Not that long, 30 minutes.
Still twice a day.
Dad, I've lived there.
You actually want to live in Evanston?
Yes. Us to be close, I can come home whenever you want, but you've been well. Really well for almost 7 months. I don't think you need me here every minute of the day.
This is all a done deal then, you're in?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
Alright, who pays for it?
They're giving me a free ride, Dad. They've been great.
Oh, tuition, sure, but what about food, clothes, books, gas, meals out? Do you plan on having a social life?
I don't know.
You have to pay your early way on the dates. Pay your money on the early dates. The first 3 at least. Otherwise, they just expect something.
The money will be fine. Claire's gonna help out.
When did you talk to Claire?
I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
You talked to her before you talked to me?
Dad, come on. There were a lot of details to sort out. She's been great. She's happy to take care of all the expenses.
This is a huge step. I mean, a different city?
It's not even a long distance
It's
phone
a
call.
huge place. And they're serious up there. I mean, serious. Football team's a disaster, sure, but the math guys, they don't kid around. You haven't been in school. Are you sure you're ready? You could get buried up there.
I think I'll be all right.
You're behind.
I know.
A year at least.
Thanks, I know. Look, I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can handle the work or any of it, but
For Christ's sakes, Catherine, you should have talked to me.
Dad, listen, if for any reason it turned out that you
You
needed
just
me
said
here full
yourself
time
that
again,
I've
I could
been
always take a semester off or
Stop it. It's just the end of the month. That's so soon.
Dad, it took a while to set this up and until very recently, you
You
weren't.
just said yourself that I've been fine.
Yes, but I didn't know. I hoped, but I didn't know. Nobody knew that it would last. I told myself to wait until I was sure about you. That you were feeling okay again. Consistently okay.
So I'm gonna take this conversation as a vote of confidence. Well, I'm honored.
Take it however you want. I believed you'd get better.
Thank you very much.
Don't thank me. I had to. I was living with you.
All right, that's enough, Catherine. Let's stay on subject.
This is the subject. There were library books stacked to the ceiling upstairs. Do you remember that? You were trying to decode messages.
The goddamn books are gone. I took them back myself. Why do you bring up this garbage? Mr. Dobbs.
Hi. I hope it's not a bad time.
Yes, it is. Actually,
Oh,
can I pick worse? You interrupted an argument.
I can come back.
No, stay. All right, we need a break.
Are you sure?
Stay. Where are you going?
Inside.
Well, what about dinner?
What about him?
What are you doing there, Dobbs?
Oh, my tongue sucks. I can come.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. I'll come to your office sometime.
stop it. Sit down. Glad you're here. Don't let the dinner thing throw you. You'll bounce back. It should be better. Let's back off the problem. Give it space. Let it breathe. Come back at it again when it's not working.
Fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being rude. Hal, this is my daughter, Catherine. Don't go, please. Have a drink with us. Catherine, Harold Dobbs.
Hi.
Hal is a grad student studying for his PhD. Very promising stuff. Unfortunately for him, his work happened to coincide with my return to the department. And well, he's stuck with me.
No, I've been very lucky.
How long have you been at U of C?
Oh, well, I've been working on my thesis for about...
Hal's a part of our Infinite program. As his dissertation reaches completion, time approaches infinity. Would you like a drink, Hal?
Yes, I would. Thank you. And with all due respect.
Really? It's been an interesting few months.
Worst summer of my life.
Congratulations.
It's just a draft, based on everything we talked about last spring. I wasn't sure if I should bring it to you now, or wait till the quarter started, or hold off and bring another draft. But I figured, I don't know. I just come over here and see if you were home and...
Take this.
Thank you. I don't know. I just figured, if it feels done, maybe it is.
Wrong. It feels done when there are major errors.
Oh.
That's okay. That's good. We'll find them and we'll fix them. You have a bright career ahead of you, and you're well on your way to teaching younger, more irritating versions of yourself in that time.
Thank you.
Catherine's in the math department at Northwestern.
Really? Who are you working with?
I'm just starting this fall. I'm sure.
She's starting in, what, 3 weeks?
A little more.
They have some good people at Northwestern. O'Donoghue, Kaminsky.
Yes.
They'll work your ass off.
I know.
And after all, pretty hard to catch up.
I think I can do it.
Of course you can.
You must be excited.
I am.
First year of school can be great.
Yeah?
Yeah, all the new places, new people, getting out of the house.
Right.
Or no,
Absolutely. Getting the hell out of here. It's about time, thank God. I'll be glad if I see the back of her.
You will?
Sure. Maybe I want to have the house to myself. Did that ever occur to you? It's horrible the way children sentimentalize their parents. We could use some peace and quiet around here.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be back. I'll be here every Sunday cooking up big vats of spaghetti to last you through the week.
And now, drive down, strut around Evanston, embarrass you in front of your classmates.
Good. So we'll be in touch.
Sure. And if you ever get stuck with a problem, give me a call.
Okay. Same to you.
Fine. Be sure you get me your number. I'm looking forward to getting some work done.
Oh, really? What are you working on?
Nothing. Nothing at the moment, which I'm glad of, really. Now's the time of year when you don't want to be tied down to anything. You want to be outside. I've always loved Chicago in September. Clear skies, sailboats on the water, Cubs losing. Warm. The sun's still hot, with the occasional blast of Arctic wind to keep you on your toes. Remind you of winter. Students coming back, bookstores full, everybody busy. I was in a bookstore yesterday, completely full. Students buying books, browsing. Students do a hell of a lot of browsing, don't they? And you see them walking around with their little backpacks, goofing off, and you'd almost call it loitering, except every once in a while they stop, pick up a book, and flip through a few pages. Browsing. I admire it. It's an honest way to kill an afternoon in the back of a used bookstore or flipping through a cart of somebody's old records. Not looking for anything, just looking. What the hell? Touching old book jackets, seeing what somebody threw out, what they underlined. Maybe you find something amazing, like an old thriller novel from the 40s with one of those painted jackets. Or a textbook that once belonged to your professor when he was a student. His name was written in it very carefully. Yeah, I like it. I like watching students, wondering what they might buy, what they might read, what kind of ideas they'll have when they settle down and get to work. Not doing much right now. It does get harder. It just so happens to be a stereotype that's true. Fortunately for me, for you, for all of us.
Maybe you'll get lucky.
Maybe I will. Maybe you'll pick up where I left off.
Don't hold your breath.
Don't underestimate yourself.
Anyway,
Another drink, Kathy, Hal?
no thanks.
No, thank you. I should really be going.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, I'll call you when I've looked this over. Until then, don't think about it. Just go out. See a few movies.
Okay.
You can come by my office in a week. We'll call it
The 11th.
yes. I am so sorry. I used to have a better memory for numbers. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Sorry, I feel embarrassed.
Dad, don't be stupid.
I didn't get you anything.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm taking you out.
You don't have to.
I'm taking you out. I didn't want to shop and cook dinner anyway. Let's go out. Let's go out to dinner. What do you say? We can go to North Side or Chinatown or Greektown. I don't know what's good anymore.
Whatever you want.
No, whatever you want, goddamn. It's your birthday.
Steak.
Steak. Yes.
No, first beer. Really cold beer, really cheap beer.
Done.
That Chicago beer that's super watery with no flavor. You can just drink gallons of it.
They just pump water straight out of the Michigan bottle.
So awful.
Got to taste for it myself.
Then the steak, grilled really black with potatoes and cream spinach.
I remember a place, and if it's still there, it should be the trick.
And dessert.
That goes without saying. It's your birthday. Hooray, we have a solution for our dinner troubles. Thank you, Sheriff Dobbs.
We're being rude. Do you want to come?
Oh, no, I shouldn't.
Why not? Please, come.
Come on.
I can't. Thank you, though. I've got plans. And happy birthday.
Thanks. Well, I'll let you out.
See you in my office.
Great.
Give me a second, Dad. I'm going to change my clothes.
September 4th, a good day. Some very good news from Catherine.
You wrote this.
Yes.
When?
I started after I quit school. I finished a few months before Dad died.
Did you see it?
No, he didn't know I was working on it. It wouldn't have mattered to him anyway. He was too sick.
I don't understand. You did this by yourself?
It's in Dad's notebook.
I used one of his blank ones. There are a bunch of them upstairs.
Tell me exactly where you found this.
In his study.
In his desk.
Hold
I
on,
gave-
where did you find it?
In the bottom drawer of the desk in his study. In a locked drawer. Catherine gave me a key.
Why was it locked?
It's mine. It's the drawer I keep my private things in. I've used it for years.
Was there anything else in the drawer?
No.
No, that's the only
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to understand. You gave him the key, you told him where it was, You wrote this incredible thing and didn't tell anyone.
I'm telling you both now. Look, after I dropped out of school, I had nothing to do. I was depressed, really depressed, but at a certain point, I just decided, you know what, I don't need them. It's just math, I can do it on my own. So I kept working here. I worked at night after Dad had gone to bed. It was hard, but I did it.
I'm sorry, Catherine. I just find this hard to believe.
Claire, I wrote the proof.
I'm sorry, Claire. This is Dad's handwriting.
It's not.
It looks exactly like it.
It's my writing.
Could you look at it?
I don't know.
What does it look like?
It looks... I don't know what Catherine's handwriting looks like.
It looks like that.
Okay, okay.
You could tell us the proof that would show it's yours.
You wouldn't understand it.
Tell us how.
Actually, together. It might take a while.
You can't use the notebook.
For God's sake, it's 40 pages long. I didn't memorize it. It's not a muffin recipe. This is stupid. It's my book, my key, my drawer, my writing, my proof. I'll tell her.
Tell her what?
Whose book is that?
I don't know.
What is the matter with you? You've been looking at his other stuff. You know there's nothing even remotely like this.
Look, Catherine.
We'll sit down. We'll talk it through. If Claire would please let me have my book back.
Fine, talking through it.
That might take days. And it still wouldn't show that she wrote the proof.
Why not?
He could have written it down and explained it to you later. I'm not saying he did. I'm just...
What? Come on! He didn't write this. He couldn't have. He didn't do any mathematics at all for years. Even in the good year, he could have worked. You know that. You're supposed to be a scientist.
You're right. Okay, here's my suggestion. I know 3 or 4 guys at the department, very sharp, disinterested people, who knew your father, knew his work. Let me take this to them.
What?
Ultimately found something potentially major. We're not sure about the authorship. Let me sit down with them and talk through this thing carefully.
Good.
It might take some days, but then we'd have a lot more information about this.
I think that's an excellent suggestion.
You can't.
Catherine.
You can't take it.
I'm not taking it.
This is what you wanted. You don't waste any time. You do no hesitation. You can't wait to show the world your brilliant discovery.
I'm trying to determine what this
I'm
is.
telling you what it is.
You don't know!
I wrote it.
It's your father's handwriting! At least it looks a lot like the writing in the other books. Maybe your writing looks exactly like his. I don't know.
It does look like this. I didn't show this to anyone else. I could have. I wanted you to be the first to see it. I didn't know I wanted that until last night. It's me. I trusted you.
I know.
Was I wrong?
No,
I should have known she wouldn't believe me, but why don't you?
It's in your dad's notebook.
I told you, I used one of his blank ones. There were extras.
There aren't any extras in his study.
There were when I started writing the proof.
And the writing?
You want to test the handwriting?
No, it doesn't matter. He could have dictated you for Christ's sake. It still doesn't make sense.
Why not?
I'm a mathematician.
Yes?
So, I know how hard it would be to come up with something like this. You'd have to be your dad, or your dad at the peak of his powers.
I'm a mathematician too.
Not like your dad.
Oh, he's the only one who could have done this.
The only one I know.
Are you sure?
He was the
Just
most...
because you and all the other geeks worshipped him doesn't mean he wrote this proof.
He was the best. My generation hasn't produced anything like him. He revolutionized the field twice before he turned 22. I'm sorry, Catherine, but you took some classes at Northwestern for a few months.
My education wasn't at Northwestern. It was living in this house for 25 years.
Even so, his work is too advanced. Even I don't recognize most of it.
You think it's too advanced?
Yes,
It's too advanced for you.
there is no way you could have done this work.
What if I did?
What if?
It'd be a real disaster for you, wouldn't it? And all the other geeks who barely finished their PhDs, remarking time doing lame research, bragging about the conferences they go to. Wow! Playing in an awful band and whining that they're intellectually passive at 28 because they are.
Katie. Let's go inside. Catherine, stop. Get back, you need to calm down.
Thought you were leaving.
I had to delay my flight.
Is Catherine here?
This isn't a good time, Al.
Could I see her?
Not now.
What's the matter?
She's sleeping.
Can I stay here until she gets up?
She's not going to get up. She's been sleeping since yesterday. She won't eat, won't talk to me. I had to cancel my flight. I'm going to wait till she feels okay enough to travel.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
Yes?
Could I talk to her?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Has she said anything?
About you? No.
Yesterday. I know I didn't do what she wanted.
Neither of us did.
I didn't know what to say. I feel awful.
Why did you sleep with her?
I'm sorry, that's none of your business.
Bullshit! I take care of her. It's a little bit harder with you jerking her around.
I'm not jerking her around, it just happened.
Your timing was not great.
It wasn't my time, it was both of us.
Why'd you do it? You know what she's like. She's fragile and you took advantage of her.
No, it's what we both wanted. I didn't mean to hurt her.
You did?
Are you taking her?
Yes.
To New York?
Yes.
Just going to drag her to New York?
If I have to.
Do you think she should have any say in whether or not she goes?
If she's not going to speak, what else can I do?
Let me try. Let me talk to her.
I'll give up. This has nothing to do with you.
She's tougher than you think, Claire. I know her.
What?
Maybe she can handle herself. Maybe she'd like it.
Maybe she'd like it. Are you out of your mind? You're the reason she's up there right now. You don't know her. You don't know what she needs. She's my sister. Jesus, goddamn mathematicians. You stumble around creating these catastrophes, and it's people like me have to fly in to clean them up. She needs to get out of Chicago. Out of this house. I'll give you my number in New York. You can call her when she's settled there. That's it. That's the deal.
Okay.
I don't mean to be rude, but I have a lot to do.
There's one more thing. You're not going to let
Sure, take the notebook. Hold on, I got it.
I thought this would be harder.
I understand. It's sweet you'd like to see Catherine, but of course you'd like to see the notebook too.
No, it's my responsibility as a professional.
Whatever. I don't care what I do with it.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course.
You trust me with this?
Yes.
You just said I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you're a little bit of an idiot, but you're not dishonest. Someone needs to figure out what's in there. I can't do it. Should be done here, at Chicago. My father would like that. Once you know what we've got, let me know what the family should do.
Thanks.
Don't make me, it's my brother's most convenient option available. I put my card in there. Call me whenever you want.
Okay.
Cal,
Yeah?
could you tell me about it? The proof, I'm just curious.
It would take some time. How much math have you got?
I'm a currency analyst. It helps me quick with numbers. I am. I probably inherited about 1/1000th my father's ability. It's enough. Catherine got more. I'm not sure how much.
Dad? What are you doing out here?
We're working.
It's December. It's 30 degrees.
I know.
Don't you need a coat?
Don't you think I can make that assessment myself?
Aren't you cold?
Of course I am. I'm freezing my ass off out here.
So what are you doing out here?
Thinking. Right.
You're gonna freeze.
It's too hot in the house. The radiators, they draw out here. Also clanking. I can't concentrate. If the house were to old, we have central air heating, but we don't. So I have to come out here getting work done.
I'll turn off the radiators. They won't make any noise. Come inside. It isn't safe.
I'm okay.
I've been calling. Didn't you hear the phone?
It's a distraction.
I didn't know what was going on. I had to drive all the way down here.
I can see that.
I had to skip class. Why don't you answer the phone?
I'm sorry, Captain, but it's a question of priorities, and work takes priority. You know this.
You're working?
I'm working on it. Say the machinery is working. It's on full blast. It's firing on all cylinders. I'm on fire. That's why I came out here to cool off. I haven't felt like this in years.
You're kidding.
No.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either, but it's true. It started about a week ago. I came downstairs, made myself a cup of coffee, but before I poured milk, it was like somebody turned a light on in my head.
Really?
No, not like the whole power grid. I lit up, and it's like no time has passed since I was 21.
You're kidding.
No, I'm back in touch with the source, the fun. Whatever the source of my creativity was all those years ago, I'm back in contact with it. It's like I'm sitting on it. It's like it's a geyser, and I'm shooting up in the air on top of it.
Oh my God.
It's not divine inspiration at it. The raw material is there. It'll take work to shape those things. Not saying it won't be a tremendous amount of work. It will be a tremendous amount of work. It won't be easy, but it's all there. It's all there. It's almost like I've been sitting in traffic for all these years, and now the lanes are opening up ahead of me, and I can accelerate. I see whole landscapes, places for the work to go, new techniques, revolutionary possibilities. I'm going to get whole branches of the profession talking to each other. I'm gonna. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being crude. How's school?
Fine.
Working hard?
Yes, Dad.
Is he treating you all right? Made any friends?
Of course.
Dating?
Dad, hold on.
No details necessary if you don't want to provide them. I'm just interested.
School's great. I want to talk about what you were doing.
Great, let's talk.
Does this work?
Yes.
Is it here?
Part of it, yes.
So can I see it?
It's all at a very early stage.
I don't mind.
You really want to?
Yes.
You're genuinely interested.
Dad, of course.
Of course. It's your field.
Yes.
You know how happy that makes me? living for the rest of my life. And not just me. I was starting to think I was finished, Catherine. Actually finished. Don't get me wrong, I was glad I could go to my office, have a life, but deep down I was terrified I would never work again. Did you know that?
I wondered.
I was absolutely terrified, but then I remembered something. Part of that terror went away, and I remembered you. You were just starting out. You'd go to school, you'd get your degree, you'd get to work. Your creative years were just starting. If you had gone to math, that would have been all right. Claire's done well for herself. I'm satisfied with her, but I'm proud of you. I don't mean to embarrass you. It's part of the reason we have children. We hope that they'll survive us, accomplish what we can't. But I've got to admit, now that I'm back in the game, I have an idea, a better one.
What?
I know you have your own work, and you can't neglect that. I don't want you to neglect that, but I could use some help. Work with me if you want, if you can work it out with your professors. Talk to them, make a few calls. Getting ahead of myself. Well, Jesus, look enough bullshit. You wanted to see something. Let's see. Here. I've roughed out the general outline for a proof. Major result, important. It's not finished, but we can see where it's going. It's very rough. The gas making hard phone with me. We can talk it through.
Let's go in.
Maybe we could work on this together. This looks like a great place to start. What about it? What do you think?
How I'm cold too. It's really freezing out here. Let's go inside.
It's stifling in there, goddammit. Right here, he said. Look, read the first couple lines. That's how we start. You read it loud and you go line by line before for a better way. On a shorter way. Come on, let's collaborate.
No, come on.
This is something that I want to do. This is something that I've been waiting years for. Please, let's work together.
We can't do it out here. It's really freezing cold. I'm taking you in.
Not until we talk about proof.
No.
God damn it, Captain, open up your goddamn book and read me the lines.
Let x equal the quantity of all quantities of x. Let x equal the cold. It is cold in December. The months of cold equal November through February. There are 4 months of cold and 4 of heat, leaving 4 months of indeterminate temperature. In February, it snows. In March, the lake is a lake of ice. In September, the students come back and the bookstores are full. Let x equal the month of full bookstores. The number of books approaches infinity as the number of books approaches earth. I will never be as cold now as I will in the future. The future of cold is infinite. The future of heat is the future of cold. The bookstores are infinite and so are never full except in the summer. Let's go in.
I'm cold.
They roast them themselves. Have an old roaster down the basement. You can smell it from the street. Sometimes you can even smell it from our place, 4 stories up. It's wonderful. Manhattan's best. Some magazine wrote it up. Who knows? But it is really good.
Sounds good.
You'll like it.
Good.
You look nice.
Thanks. So do you.
It's bright.
Yes.
That's one of the things I do miss. All the space, the light. You could sit out here all morning.
It's not that warm.
I'm sorry, you're cold?
No, not really.
I just thought it would be nice to have a quick cup of coffee out here, but if you're cold,
No,
we can-
it is.
Do you want your coat?
Okay. Thanks.
Honey, there's no hurry.
I know.
We don't have to leave for 20 minutes or so.
I know.
You could sit out here, be alone for a while if you want.
No, it's no big deal.
I know how hard this must be for you.
It's fine.
New York is the most exciting place. It's so alive.
I've read about that.
I think you'll truly feel at home there.
You know what I'm looking forward to?
What?
Seeing Broadway musicals.
Well, Mitch can get us tickets to see whatever you like.
And Rockefeller Center in the winter, all the skaters.
Well, you
also
can-
the many fine museums!
I know how hard this must be for you.
Listening to you say how hard it is for me is what's hard for me.
Once you get there, you'll see all the possibilities that are available.
Lithium restraints electroshock.
Schools in the New York area alone, there's NYU,
Great
Columbia.
college days, football games, road trips, decking on the quad.
And if that's not what you want, we can help you get a job. Mitch has terrific contacts all over town.
Does he know anyone in the phone sex industry?
I want to make this as easy a transition as I can.
It's going to be easy. Claire's going to be so goddamn easy when we do it.
Thank you.
I'll sit quietly on the plane to New York, live quietly in a cute apartment, answer Dr. Von Heimlich's questions very politely.
You can see any doctor you'd like, or see no doctor.
I'd like to see a doctor called Dr. Von Heimlich. Please find one. And I'd like him to wear a monocle. And I'd like him to have a very soft, very well-upholstered couch so that I'll be perfectly comfortable while I'm blaming everything on you.
Don't come.
No, I'm coming.
Stay here, see what you'll do.
I could.
You can't take care of yourself for 5 days.
Bullshit!
You slept for a week. I missed a week of work. I was this close to taking you to the hospital. I was so shocked when you finally dragged yourself up.
I was tired.
You weren't speaking.
I didn't want to talk to you.
Stay here if you hate me so much.
And do what?
You're the genius. Figure it out.
You're still here. I saw clearly enough, right? I wasn't sure if you... This thing checks out. I've been over it twice with 2 different sets of guys. Old geeks and young geeks. Some of the... It is weird. I don't know where some of the techniques come from. Some of them are very hard to follow. But we can't find anything wrong with it. There might be something wrong with it, but we can't find it. I have not slept. It works. I thought you should know.
I already knew.
I had to swear these guys to secrecy. They were jumping out of their skins. See, one email and it's all over. I threatened them. I think we're safe. They're physical cowards. I had to see you.
I'm leaving.
I know. Please, just wait a minute.
What do you
Talk-
want? You have the book. She told me you came by for it and she gave it to you. You can do whatever you want, publish it.
Catherine.
Get Claire's permission to publish it. She doesn't care. She doesn't know anything about it anyway.
I don't want Claire's permission.
You want mine published? Go for it. Have a press conference. Tell the world what my father discovered.
I don't want to.
Or to hell with my father. Pass off as your own work. Who cares? Write your own ticket to any math department in the country.
I don't think your father wrote it.
You thought so last week?
That was last week. This week, I've been reading the proof. I think I understand it, mostly. It uses a lot of newer techniques, stuff developed in the past decade, elliptic curves, modular forms. I think I learned more this week than in 5 years of grad school. So the proof is very, hip.
Get some sleep, pal.
How was your father this past 10 years? He wasn't well, was he?
Are you done?
I don't believe he could have mastered these new techniques.
He was a genius.
Yes, but he was nuts.
So he read about them later.
Maybe. The books he would have needed are upstairs. The dates. Your father dated everything. Even his most incoherent entries he dated. This has no dates.
The handwriting?
Looks like your dad's. Parents and children have similar handwriting sometimes. Especially if they were close.
Interesting theory.
I like it.
I like it too. It's what I told you last week.
I know.
You blew it. It's too bad. The rest of it was really good. All of it. I always liked you. I loved your dad. I want to spend every minute with you. Killer stuff. You got laid and you got the notebook. You're a genius.
I don't expect you to be happy with me, but I'd love to talk with you about some of this. Purely professional. I don't expect anything else.
Forget it.
I mean, we have questions. Working on something like this, it must have been amazing. I'd love to hear you talk about just some of it.
No.
You can't ignore it. You're going to have to tell someone about it. You have to publish it. Just take it. Then I'll go. Here.
I don't want it.
Please, Catherine, I'm trying to correct things.
You can't. Do you hear me? You think you figured something out? You run over here so pleased with yourself because you changed your mind. Now you're certain. But you're so sloppy, you don't know anything. The book, the math, the dates, the writing, the stuff you just decided with your buddies, it's just evidence. It doesn't finish the job, it doesn't prove anything.
Okay. What would?
Nothing. You should have trusted me.
I know. So, Claire's selling the house.
Yes,
Stay in Chicago. You're an adult.
she wants me in New York. She wants to look after me.
Do you need looking after?
She thinks I do.
You took care of your father for 5 years.
So, maybe it's my turn. I kick and scream, but I don't know. Being taken care of doesn't sound so bad. I'm tired. Plus, the house is a wreck, let's face it. It was my dad's house. I don't think I should spend another weekend.
There is nothing wrong with you.
I think I'm like my dad.
I think you are too.
I'm afraid I'm like my dad.
You're not him.
Maybe I will be.
Maybe. Maybe you'll be better.
It didn't feel amazing. What word did you use?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. It was just connecting the dots. Some nights I could connect 3 or 4. Others, they'd be really far apart and I'd have no idea how to get to the next one. If there was a next one.
And he really never knew.
No. I worked after midnight. He was usually in bed.
Every night?
No. When I got stuck, I'd watch TV. Some nights, if he couldn't sleep, he'd come downstairs and sit with me. We'd talk. Not about the math, he couldn't, but about the movie we were watching. I'd explain the stories. Or we'd talk about fixing the heat. Decided we didn't want to. We liked the radiators, even though they'd clank in the middle of the night and make the air dry. Or we'd plan breakfast. Talk about what we'd eat together in the morning. Those nights were usually pretty good. I know it works. All I can see are the compromises, the approximations, places where it's stitched together. It's lumpy. That stuff was way more elegant when he was young.
Talk me through it. Whatever's bothering you. Maybe you'll figure it out. Improve on it.
I don't know.
Take anything. Give it a shot. Maybe you'll discover something elegant.
Here. I've got Everhardt's conjecture of setting up this section. Qn as the nth prime, b is a positive, not divisible by p, all that stuff, you know it. Pretty basic number theory. It just seems wrong to be using it to get to the Gauss. I'd like to go around, but when you eliminate it, you get contradictions, or everything goes to zero.